Yo guys, just a disclaimer for this episode. The video is frozen for the first 11 minutes, but the audio is fine. So if you want to leave this on in the background, go ahead, treat it like an audio podcast, pick it up again at minute 11, or if you just want to listen to the audio, hit it up on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Sorry once again, my laptop sucks. I need a new one, but nevertheless, enjoy this episode of The Touchliner. Yo guys, welcome back to The Touchliner, episode 25. It's taken us so long to get this set up. Our patience is wearing thin, so when we go into these football topics and we start losing our heads, because I know Hussein is going to today, then just bear that in mind. So it's been...
There's certain things that I didn't want to waste my breath talking about, but Josh wants me to speak about them, so...
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Today's gonna be a little annoying. But we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it done.
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Yeah, I was saying. So you're gonna need to turn your video off and turn it back on. But while you do that, so we're gonna talk about. Obviously we'll do the European coverage. We'll pretty much do this every week. We made some predictions on the first leg last week. I can't remember what we said, but we'll go on and we'll talk about what's actually happened. So.
I found my tripod. I thought I lost it.
All right. Anyway, so let's get right into the topic you don't want to talk about. We'll get it out of the way. Newcastle have lost to Liverpool at home. They've lost 2-0. Did you watch the highlights? Did you see how they conceded the goals?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
I saw Nick Pope's red card. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Both goals were two good balls in behind, and two good finishes from Nunes and Gakpo. So. And Pope got that red card, which means he's out for the final against Man United. Now, I love that.
Dubravka.
And Dubravka's cup tied, so Karius is back, baby. Let's go.
Showing up for the big competitions as he does.
I don't think he's made an appearance since 2021. Nah, that might be an English appearance, but he hasn't played in ages. He hasn't played a single game this season. We just got to tell Rashford to take shots from 40 yards. Just watch that 2018 Champions League final back.
Pretty much.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
What did I say? I don't know, because I think I forgot. What did I say about Newcastle? What did I say would happen?
You said that the wheels would fall off. They'd run out of steam, and with every good team that goes through a purple patch, it will end.
Okay. I did say, yeah. I'm remembering now. Okay.
Oh, really?
How did you and Ben respond to me saying that?
I said, Hussein, you're right, bro. You're always right. I don't know why I ever questioned you.
Oh, okay. No, what did you actually say?
I said no.
No, if we're talking about this, then I'm gonna drag this out for you.
I think that despite Newcastle losing, right, I still think they've got a better chance of getting top 4 than Tottenham. I still think so.
Okay. Even though their next game is Man City.
Nah,
No.
what?
Yeah, it's so because Brighton's postponed, then it's United, in the AFL Cup, and then it's City. Then they got 2 games off with Wolves and Nottingham. They should be winning those. Then they got Man United, and then Brentford. Who don't sleep on Brentford. And Villa just had a very close game with Arsenal after that. Then they got Tottenham.
Bro, don't even sleep on Forest. Forest just drew with City. These are not winnable games.
That's what I'm saying. So realistically, and Tottenham are slowly they just beat West Ham 2-0. They got Chelsea next, and Chelsea's just become everyone's punching bag. Wolves, Nottingham, Southampton, Everton, Brighton. Out of those games, they should be winning. In their next 10, they should be winning 8.
They should, but have I spoken? I might have spoken too soon. I realize these. We say a lot of things, but we're only 24 games in now at this point. So even now to make a sweeping statement about top 4 is a bit crazy because everything's so close together. Newcastle, they've lost a game. If they lose the next one, that's it. They're 6th. It happens.
That's what I'm saying. And it's also you gotta observe patterns, bro. You guys, you and Ben just got so sucked into the hype. You decided not to care about patterns and statistics, bro. This just has never happened ever except Leicester. And when Leicester happened, it was like the first time in history that a team just came out of nowhere, won the whole league.
No, I might have got carried
And
away.
besides
Honestly,
that,
I honestly might have got carried away. I think Newcastle getting Europe is still a good.
insane.
Yeah,
It's
no,
insane if they
that
get
would be
Europe.
good.
They
And
were almost relegated last season.
that's
It's
true.
insane if they get Europe.
I think they
You
still
also have to
could get
remember where
Europe.
they came from.
Top four, I don't think is expected. I think that would be unreal, but they're still there. You know, they're still in the race. I think even if whatever happens, I still think they're in the race,
All
regardless.
right, Josh, prepare. This has to be the social. Let me get nice and close to the camera.
Oh no.
Ben, Ben Chapman, my ex-friend. Have you now come to the realization that you're an idiot? Have you come to the realization that you know nothing? That I know everything? Because we always have these conversations, and then the whole narrative is Hussein and his stupid takes. He doesn't know anything about football, and then who ends up being right? Every single time. Well, okay, not every single time. Most of the times. And yet again, I said Newcastle are gonna burn out. They're gonna start dropping points. They've won 0 in their last 3, if I'm not mistaken. Drawn 2 and lost 1. Their next run of games is not gonna be any easier. What now? Top 4? I don't think so. Where are they now? Were they 5th? Let me double check. They're 5th
Fifth, yeah.
with a game in hand, but they're 5th. You're not gonna finish top 4. I'm sorry. Get your head out of your beep. Thank you. That's the social.
That's pretty good. That's a good social clip right there. You know what? I'm not gonna speak on Newcastle anymore. If they do well, they do well. I think they're overperforming. But top four, I think I was getting a bit giddy. I was getting carried away. The defense was really good. I still think the defense is good. But
Yeah.
this happens. 2 lapses in the game against Liverpool and they lose, and then they go down 2-0. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Um. But yeah, so they lost. Spurs won. So Spurs have leapfrogged into 4th.
Yeah.
City drew with Forest, as I said earlier, which is
Mhm.
there's a real title race going on, isn't there? Arsenal came from behind to beat Villa. They were 2-1 down, and then they brought it back, and then Jorginho scored a goal off Martinez's head, and then he went up for a corner. It was so crazy, but it's one of those where you watch it and you're like, that's a champion's performance. Like,
Yeah.
and I didn't
Yeah.
like that. I was like, this is a champion's performance. This is what champions do. But damn, man, I really hope I'm wrong.
All I'm saying, yeah, they're 2 points ahead of the game in hand. They still got 12 to go. Or no, 13. No, 15 to go.
Yeah,
It's a
something like
long
that.
way.
Yeah.
Long way. But here's my issue, right? Arsenal, I don't think made sufficient signings in the transfer season.
I agree.
They didn't. They didn't sign enough players for a durable rest of the season. Because, bro, this is going to drag out. We're 23 games in. We're at the peak of the intensity at the moment. All it takes is 2 bad performances. City will slip away, and it's going to be over by game 30. Right? I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. That's what's likely to happen. Because what's Arsenal's next run of games? Let me check.
It's quite
Well,
easy, I think.
oh, yeah. So they got 5 games they should be winning until Liverpool. And yeah. So it's the easier. So they just finished a really tough run of games, didn't they? They had City, they had United, they had Tottenham, they had Newcastle. But again, it's those it's all gonna come down to when the chips are down, when the players aren't performing, can they still pull a win out of their, you know what? I think it is possible. I think Arsenal can take Leicester, no doubt. They can take Everton, they can take Bournemouth, but they need to spend these 3 games building a crazy momentum and just solidifying the mindset of we're actually going to win this league. Because all it takes is for one of the starters to start doubting himself, and then Man City and their 700 starting 11 players are just going to come and take it all.
No, it's
That's
true.
what I think.
I the thing is, this City team. Okay, sorry, there's a pop-up on my screen. Right. Anyway, this City team has the depth to win the league. They've got the players that know how to win the league. Arsenal could. I think they could win the league maybe in the next few years. They've got a young team, but they haven't got the leadership. Their leader is Martin Odegaard. He hasn't won anything. I don't see him as a leader. I see him as a fantastic playmaker, an amazing midfielder, one of the most gifted players in the league, but he's not a leader. You haven't got anyone in that team that really, apart from Zinchenko, that knows how to win things. And even Zinchenko was second fiddle at City. He didn't start. So, time will tell. Time will tell, honestly. But it looks like a good title race. And I just want to say right now, you get everyone that says United are in a title race, get your head out of your you-know-what. I don't know why we keep saying that everyone's head is in their you-know-what, but it is. Okay? You need to get it out of there. It's not true, okay? We're not in a title race. Yeah, okay, we're 3 points behind City. Who cares? We're not good enough. We're just not. Stop it. Let us just get top 4 in a trophy. That's all I want.
No, okay. But if I'm comparing Man United's performance right now to Man City's performance right now, I'm putting United on top.
Yeah.
That's just that's where they're at right now in terms of form. I'll even put them ahead of Arsenal. I'll say Man United have been performing the best in the league. I don't think that's an absurd statement.
In terms of form, I think so. I think I saw a stat. I can't remember. It was like, the league table since we lost to Brentford 4-0, we'd be top.
Yeah.
We'd be top of the league.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been in good form.
I wouldn't absolutely rule it out. My personal prediction is City are not winning this year. I'm quite certain about that.
Can you imagine if United win the league? Can you imagine if we win the league?
Don't get excited now. Get your head out of your you-know-what.
No, I don't think it's gonna happen. I honestly don't. Like, I'm 99% sure it's not gonna happen. But
right.
no,
but
honestly, Ten
Hag. Today you guys had another stellar performance.
Yep, I was there as per usual.
Gea was your savior. Yeah, and but Rashford is just. Rashford just a treat, man. Rashford is just a treat.
That first goal, my guy had the audacity to look up. He was so through on goal. He looked up and scanned everything around him. Was like, alright, and he scored anyway. I love him. I love him so much. My man really just does this. That's all he does. Since he started doing this, he just keeps scoring.
Yeah.
And Sancho's back as well. He's got another goal. It was a great move. I think we've hit this run of form, which is
Sancho's
crazy.
goals, yeah.
We did so well. We should have won 4-5-0 today, I think. We had chances, but a 3-0 win in a league game at the start of such a big week. We've got a huge week ahead. We got the second leg to the Barcelona game on Thursday and the cup final on Sunday. But the Barcelona game, we talk about it later? No, we'll talk about it now.
Let's just jump right into European football then.
We'll talk about it.
I said to Josh before this episode, I don't care about the league.
Yeah, we'll talk about European football.
Any leagues right
That's fine. So we'll just segue in. United Barcelona 2-2 was one of the most exciting games that I've watched as a United fan in ages, or even neutrals. I mean, saying you think it was a good game, right? Yeah,
I loved it. I remember the first half thinking, "Yo, this is gonna be such a dead game." Second half, it just lit up. All it took was one goal for there to be another, and then. It's
insane, honestly. And that Rashford goal, right, from that angle to get it in the near post, it's like that was the only place he could have put it, and he put it there.
He just once again goes up to life and the universe and says, "Listen, I do what I want. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want, and you're just gonna deal with it." And that's just exactly what happened. I'm loving how much he's striving right now.
He's a big game player. He is the big game player. Winner against City. He scores against Arsenal twice this season.
PSG.
3 times this season. PSG 2 times. He's against Liverpool. He scores. He always scores in the big games. You can rely on this guy, and it's insane. He should have got probably 1 or 2 more against Barcelona, and Weghorst should have got one. I came out of the game thinking...
No, the one he skied was so sad, because that could have been an amazing goal.
I thought that was going in. I honestly came out of the game thinking we could have won, but then I watched the highlights and I was like, Barcelona had their chances too. So I think a draw is fair. In a stadium where we've never ever gone to the Camp Nou and taken the game to Barcelona, ever. Even under Ferguson, we go there and we like sit back a bit. To go there, we draw 2-2, and to bring them back to Old Trafford, there's maybe one doubt in my mind, but the other 99%, we're gonna finish these guys at Old Trafford. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I do think so.
And luckily, I got a ticket.
Pedri and Gavi are out.
That's it, bro. The atmosphere is gonna be crazy. Gavi's out, Obviously, Busquets still injured, Dembele still injured. Honestly, with Busquets and Dembele, these two guys would have made such a big difference. But luckily, they're not in the team.
Even bro, Pedri's injured. Like it's done. It's over. It's maybe.
Casemiro is playing. Obviously, Sabitzer is back from his European suspension. Martinez is back from his suspension. Oh, it's gonna be a good night at Old Trafford, bro.
Hopefully. Let's go to the real European competition now.
honestly, yeah. Or actually, what? Speaking of, no, it's not the real European competition. How did twice the viewership of PSG versus Bayern watch? So that was 65 million and 117 million were watching Barcelona versus United.
That's because no one was watching the PSG Bayern game. They were watching Milan Tottenham.
But the Milan Tottenham game had like 3 viewers. It was me, one guy in the pub next to me, and then you.
That game bothered me. It really bothered. We needed 2 goals. We need to win by 2. We could have won by 2.
Yes. No,
Even
no. You should have won by 2 goals at least.
Exactly. Even when we played against Monza, we beat Monza 1-0. We should have won that 6-0, bro. The amount of chances we wasted. We had one of the most beautiful attacks created from Theo Hernandez, and somehow they bottled it. I want you to watch the Monza highlights because it was one of the worst misses I've ever seen. But we still managed to pull it away against Tottenham. Brahim Diaz with a very, very, very key goal. We were definitely not outplayed in the slightest. We, if anything, were the ones who outplayed Tottenham. We looked like the team more in control. Tottenham clearly, like, Conte has some stuff he needs to figure out. And I don't know if he's going to figure it out in time. But he does have a little bit of extra time because the games will not be next week. They'll be the week after, March 8th.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It depends on form at that point. But I do see Milan taking it away. What do you think?
I think you guys see this out. But actually, here's the thing. You had the chance to make it. You make that 2 or 3-0. Those headers. Was it Dikitolare with that free header? You have to put that away. You have to put that. I don't care if you're...
net his first goal for the club.
Exactly. I don't care if you're young or inexperienced. You have to put that on target at least, Make the keeper work. But and then there was another one. I can't remember the other chance. But you had 2 big chances in the second half to extend the lead. And I was frustrated. I was like, come on. How are you not taking these chances? But I can see that Milan are not what they were last season, like you've been saying. And I saw it in that game, And even the Diaz goal, it was good in the fact that, you kept persevering and there were a few saves and you forced it over the line. But that's the only goal of the game. It's a bit...
Yeah.
Where the goal's going to come from? Like, if you don't get a lucky break like that in London, how else are you going to make the goals?
Exactly.
But I still think you win, though. Tottenham aren't all that. Honestly, Tottenham aren't all that. Trying to watch.
What did you think of PSG Bayern?
PSG Bayern, I think, they kept Mbappe on ice, didn't they? And they brought him on for 30 minutes. They definitely injected him with something. And
he came on and he just every Bayern player came back into the changing room with brown underwear.
Mbappe is something different. Honestly,
he's out of this world. He's insane. This guy is crazy.
I think since the World Cup, people knew anyway, but for him to do it on that stage, people are aware of what this guy can do, and there's a bit of fear you can see every time he gets the ball. But he is insane, and his effect on the game is crazy. But
for sure,
I back Bayern still to win it and go through. I can't lie.
I don't know. I was talking to Zayd about it, and Zayd was talking about how so Nagelsmann tried the 3 at the back, knowing that Mbappe wasn't going to start.
Yeah.
And it worked out, but now he's going back to 4-back formation, and he thinks, he's saying, I think we're going to see them out defensively in the second leg, which I can see it happening. I also just know how resilient Mbappe is.
No,
I'm not even saying Neymar, and I'm not saying Messi. Mbappe is the only one that can take them out of this hole. And my prediction is he will.
I don't know, man. This was in Paris, so now they've got to go to the Allianz Arena and get a result. Which I don't know if that happens, man. I honestly don't know if that happens. But Mbappe
I
did
don't know.
score that disallowed goal. So it could honestly, it's so different in Europe. It's so different if you're 1-0 down or 1-1. It makes such a big difference going into the second leg.
Yeah, for
Mentality
sure.
wise, like anything can happen. But I rate Bayern Munich quite highly. I think PSG don't have enough.
Also, Mane should be back for the next game.
Yes, that's the thing. You get Mane back. I back them 110% to get past PSG.
Yeah.
I think they get knocked out. Messi moves to America in the summer. Mbappe joins Man United, and we're all good. You know.
Mbappe's going to Madrid. Get your head
No,
out of here. You know what?
no, he's not. Listen, well, I want to talk about the takeover later. We'll talk about that later, but I'll explain to you why I think it's gonna happen. But anyway, that was the other European tie, and then on there were games on Wednesday. Yeah, Chelsea lost. Lol. Did you see the Adeyemi goal?
Yeah.
He's something
Kid's
else.
insane. I
He's
like
something
him a
else.
lot, man.
Me too.
I like him a lot.
Did you see the post-match interview? They're like, "Oh, how can you run so fast?" He's like, "I like Nigerian food. I like
He's like,
fufu.
I eat fufu.
I like fufu." I was like, okay. He's probably going City or something in a year or two when Haaland leaves.
Yeah. You think Haaland leaves in a year or two?
He's got a release clause that activates in next summer, 2024.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so whenever that gets activated, I'm pretty sure Real Madrid will get him, Mbappe, who the Galacticos, and then that's just not going to be fair though if that happens.
Well, what? When City do it, it's fine, but Madrid can't do it just because
No,
they're
but
not in the
City
Premier League.
don't do it. Like actually no, Grealish did score against
Are
Arsenal.
you good?
We didn't talk about that. Actually, that was this week, wasn't it? City beat Arsenal.
That one broke my heart. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
well, I
honest, that one
forgot
really
that
broke
was.
my
It's
heart.
been such a good week of football. City beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
You saw it coming though. I saw it coming. You can see like they had to rely on a penalty, which I think was quite controversial because I've seen so many of those decisions not given. And then Grealish scores, which is quite funny. I don't like him, but he barely scores, and he scores a crucial goal. And then Haaland, it's so funny because his record against big teams sucks. But I guess Arsenal aren't a big team because he scored.
Oh yeah, first place, not a big team.
Anyone can be first, bro. But that was a good game, and I think after that game, I did say, "Oh, that's it. It's City's title now." But now, I'm going back to saying it's Arsenal's title. I have to stop with these sweeping statements. I still think it's Arsenal's to lose. They've got one game in hand, and they're clear at the top. Like, realistically, they were 8 points clear. Let's not forget a few weeks ago. On my TikTok, every time it's just Arsenal fan TV of like 8 points at the top. Don't chat to us. Don't chat to us. We're different level. They're so close to City now, like that you can't get carried away. And the players, the important thing is the players don't get carried away. But anyway, one thing I do want to say about Arsenal linked to European football is Arteta's been crying about the fixture congestion, right? They haven't even got Europa League games yet. When they come in, what's he gonna do? For the players, what does it mean if your manager's complaining all the time about games? It's not really good, is it?
It just means there's a level of fatigue that the guys aren't ready for. Again, back to that issue of depth.
I agree with that. It's gonna be something that they're gonna need to deal with. But like Ten Hag said about fixture congestion, he said that's football. If you want to play in all the competitions, you're gonna have to play every 2-3 days. Arteta said, "Oh, it's ridiculous how we have to play midweek." And we're like, bro, you're not even in the Champions League yet. Wait until you get into the Champions League. Then what's he gonna say?
Yeah.
Arsenal, small club, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, besides that, who else do we have? We got this week's fixtures are gonna be crazy.
Yeah, so this week we got the next round of 16 Champions League games. If you wanna talk about them,
Those are our predictions. Yeah, let's run it.
alright, Napoli are going to smoke Frankfurt. This is gonna be Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia masterclass. Every time I go on social media, I see a clip of Osimhen or a clip of Kvaratskhelia. Did you see Kvaratskelia's goal the other day?
The one from like the stupidest angle.
No. That one was Osimhen.
Oh yeah, it was Osimhen.
No, it was Kvaratskhelia when he ran through the whole team and just slotted it in outside the box. Like he passed it into the corner.
No, I need to watch that. Who did he score that against?
I can't remember who, but it was recent, and everyone was like, "Whoa, this guy's special." I was like, "This is actually something I'll give you credit for. You were on the hype train from early with this guy."
You should come watch the touchliner because I know everything. Trust
You
me.
did with Kvaratskhelia, I can't lie, because now everyone's hyped up and like, oh, whoa, who's this new wonder kid? We need to sign him. Like,
Yeah. He's going to Madrid. Nah, that's a given.
I don't know about that, I honestly don't
He's
know.
not going to the Prem, bro. He's not. If he goes to the Prem, he's either gonna become a Hazard or a flop.
Watch him go to like Liverpool or something, man.
Too young. He's too young for the Prem at the moment. He needs to go to Madrid where he can thrive. He can play his style. That's what I think.
I don't know, man, but he could. If
Yeah.
honestly, if he keeps his form up past this season, I think he can go anywhere. Same with Ossie. Ossie, man, I would love, love at United. This guy is tall, he's quick, he's strong, he's good at finishing. Please, man, 150 mil, fine.
I think I don't think Napoli smoke Frankfurt. I think Napoli beat Frankfurt because they are away. Frankfurt is also a team that is big in Europe now. I don't know if you watched their Europa League final.
Yeah,
They are a
no.
big team.
I
So
still
I'm
think.
gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I think they will lose. Might be a 1-0 at stretch like 2-0. But I do think Napoli have this in the bag. Leipzig, Man City. Anyways, Inter and Porto.
Well, wait, no, I think Leipzig have a chance.
Don't be stupid.
All right, Inter and Porto is an interesting one. What do you think about that?
I got Inter.
So do
I
I.
got Inter.
You know what? So do I. I think Inter are slowly finding their feet. 4 wins from the last
Yeah.
5. Actually, wait, that might be just Champions League. Hold on. No, 4 wins from the last 5. They're doing really well.
Yeah.
The only non-win was a draw. They won their last game. Lukaku got on the score sheet. The guy's back. That's good.
Yeah.
That's bad news for whoever they're playing. When Lukaku is firing, look, I know he's a meme. I know he's funny. I know he's crap at the World Cup. But when this guy's on form, not many people can stop him.
Yeah, for sure.
I back them.
And to end off, this is just gonna be like I'm not even like this is not close. I'm watching this for the sake of entertainment and entertainment only. My question is Vinicius gonna score 2 or 3?
Hear me out on this.
Okay.
I think Liverpool could beat Real Madrid here.
Shush.
No. Listen. No, I actually think this because I hate Liverpool. I don't want them to do well. But there's just something about Anfield. I don't think they win the tie, but I think they win by 1 goal here. And then they get smoked at the Bernabeu in a few weeks. But I think they win this one. I don't know why. They've just beat Newcastle, which will be good for their confidence. I honestly see them winning against Real Madrid,
I think they beat my prediction. They beat Newcastle based on a tactical advantage. Klopp knew how to beat Newcastle at the start of the season. He followed a game plan that he trusted, and that's why they beat them the second time. I don't think it has anything to do with particular form. I don't think it has anything to do with Liverpool being an amazing team. I still think Nunez is too young to face Real Madrid. Gakpo is not experienced enough. These are the players you're starting in these situations. Salah is not Salah anymore, as much as I don't like to say it. And then, you're playing with 10 men, 2 legs. Vinicius has an open wing. He could do genuinely whatever he wants. Like that. If Vinicius wants to take a nap, he's taking a nap. If Vinicius wants to get naked and start playing with himself, he can get naked and start playing with himself. Vinicius can do whatever he wants. Alexander-Arnold.
The thing
I
is,
hope you can understand
the
that.
thing with Trent is he's just got an amazing assist against Newcastle, and that's all it can take for a player's confidence. He did the Trent pass. He played through Nunez with an amazing crossfield ball, and if he can do that against Real Madrid, obviously Vinicius is gonna smoke him, right? But if he can be the creator again and do what he did last season against Real Madrid, they win.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to admit it. I'm trying to be neutral. I honestly think they win 2-1. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I really do.
I got Madrid at 2-0.
I think Anfield, Liverpool just off a win. The atmosphere is going to be crazy, and I think they scrape a win. Oh, I hope I'm wrong, man. I really hope I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong.
We'll see.
I think you're wrong.
See.
But yeah.
Wait, do you think we beat Barca? You didn't say.
Do I think you beat Barca? Yeah.
Yeah? Like not
Yeah,
even a
but
question.
No Gavi, no Pedri, no Busquets, bro. Come on,
Just Frankie De Jong.
come on.
Can you imagine Frankie De Jong knocks us out, bro?
That would be hilarious. I'd actually laugh so hard.
Nah, man. But I think that's the European roundup. I just want to talk. I want to get your opinion on the prospect of the United takeover.
Um, I don't think it's gonna matter for at least like another year.
I think
Whatever happens now, it's not gonna matter
it.
for at
No,
least another
it
year.
takes a while, but there's two bids, so two big bids. You've got Jim Ratcliffe, richest guy from England. He owns Ineos. He's quite rich, but he wants to borrow some money to actually buy the club, which the Glazers have done this before. I don't like this whole idea. But the other option, I don't really like either, is Qatar. The Sheikh, who is apparently a United fan, wants to buy United, and he wants to redevelop everything, the training ground, the stadium, and put the club back where we belong.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, they say it's a different entity to the group that owns PSG, but the money is coming from the same place. They just named the company or the consortium a different name. But
I don't know. I think getting bought out by a big company is getting bought out by a big company. You're gonna have money and you're gonna spend it. But the question is, like, is that really different from what's happening right now? At least this money is gonna be better directed.
no, I agree
You
with
know,
that. I agree with that.
rather than spending hundreds of millions on players that you don't need
No, I agree with
or
that.
like making stupid signings, you can now get a new stadium. You can now get a new training ground. You can, you know what I mean? Like,
You can get Mbappe,
I don't know.
bro. The Qatar link, I'm
You can
telling
get
you.
Mbappe. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
honestly,
there's so much you can do with that money.
it's true. And, people are trying to pick at the issue and say, oh, look, he's not, like, ethical or whatever. If you can find me one good ethical billionaire in the world, I will eat my
I'll
fingers.
kill myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll eat my hand, bro.
Exactly.
Like, there's none. Like, you can focus on... I don't agree with the whole state-owned thing, but if there's proof that it's a company and everything, and it's set up, like he said, it's called the 9-2 Foundation, in tribute to the
Yeah.
class of 92, which, if that's true, and he's an actual United fan, you gotta bring him in, because there's a picture of him in a United
Yeah.
kit from this season. He was at Old Trafford. If this is all true, I guess that's the way to go. I honestly, I don't mind anyone but the Glazers. Bring it on, man. Honestly, Ten Hag is working wonders. Ten Hag on a 72% win percentage so far. You give him money, you give him resources to make the team even better. I'm gonna get so carried away. You have no idea. I'm staying grounded this season. Top 4, one
Yeah.
trophy. Bro, I get it tattooed on my head because I've been saying this since the first week, since the first touchline episode. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
So hopefully we beat Barcelona, and then we play Newcastle on Sunday, which I'll get Ben on for a preview, but it's up to you if you want to come or not.
Of course I'll come. Also, another message to Ben. It's all jokes, man. I'm always just kidding. Like, I'm happy to do as many episodes as I need to with Ben. Ben is a very, 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 very good friend of
You
mine.
calling him
We're
sensitive?
always jokes.
That's crazy, Ben. I wouldn't
Huh?
have that. I wouldn't have that, Ben. He's calling you sensitive, Ben.
Well, you're talking to someone who's never gonna watch this episode, so you can say whatever you want.
That's true, actually. That's true. No, we'll get all of us on for a special later this week before the Carabao
Yeah.
Cup final. Do a little preview, a little quick one for you
Yeah.
guys. But I think that's everything today. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I saw the Milan goal though. I saw the Macias goal. That was a good goal. Good volley.
I didn't even see it. I
Was it
was
good?
working.
It was like it got headed away by a defender and he hit it first time. It was quite nice.
Okay, nice. I'll give it a watch.
But yeah, I think that's everything from us
Yeah.
at the Touchliner.
so.
That's episode 25, quarter of 100. Jesus.
Yes, sir. That's crazy.
We keep going. we keep going. But thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, follow, like, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.